So welcome again to South First Inside View. And today I'm joined by my colleague Dilip from Kerala. In fact, he's based in Trivandrum. Dilip has written a very interesting story on a Wildwatch app. I hope I got that name correct, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Wildwatch app. This app will be used by the Kerala Forest Department to try and avoid man, animal, or human wildlife conflict. Dilip, thank you for joining. Do tell me something about this story that you have written and how exactly this is expected to work.
Yeah. Thanks, Nolan, for having me here. Before we start on this Wild Watch app, I think we must first understand the ongoing issue, that is the human wild animal conflict in Kerala. This human wild animal conflict, it has become a pressing issue which is facing across almost all the forest divisions in Kerala, particularly in the northern part of the state. So, despite various mitigation strategies, the problem remains unsolved, and the urgency for a sustainable solution has never been greater. It is at this juncture that the Kerala Forest Department has decided to turn to technological solutions to address this human wild animal conflict. And it's part of that initiative that the department, along with a startup registered with the Kerala Startup Mission, has came out with this novel app. So, uh, so what they are saying is that upon its implementation, maybe this human wild animal conflict incidents, it could be addressed effectively. So what they are saying is that.
Dilip, okay, let me put this straight away. You have solar fences, you have elephant barricades, you have trenches, you have all these things. Those are hard systems, I mean, it's there. This is an app, signals.
Yes.
How, I, I'm just trying to figure that out, but how will this actually help? Can you just take me through? For example, if I have the system, I have my mobile, I have this app with me, and I have a estate right there in Kerala. Hopefully, one day I should have. Uh, I see elephants coming next to my estate. What do I do with the app? How does it work?
Yes. Basically, this app is available in Play Store and a related platform. So to make it clear, this app is now in its trial run and it's not launched officially. So by the end of this month, probably it will be available to the common people. So it is now in its trial run, being used by the officials as well as the persons who created it to check the effectiveness of it. What they are saying is that this app follows a structured protocol. That's what one of the senior forest officials told me. So, upon receiving a report, the app asks a series of questions to assess the threat level. So when you are seeing that there is high alert incidents are prioritized and verified at multiple levels, including at the forest division level and at the headquarters level. That is in Trivandrum. This forest headquarters is there. So it will be verified at multiple levels before response teams are mobilized and rushed to that particular area. Also the person who alert the officials and other persons can give updates on this app. That is, if you are seeing an elephant in a particular area, then the person can update it. The elephant has moved to this area, or what it is doing. Maybe it may be attacking crops, or maybe it may attacking a human being, or any other casualties like that. So you can provide these updates on the app, and the status also get changed. That is, when we start, this ongoing status will be there. When it is completed, the app will show it has been completed. So there is a dynamic tracking process is there. So what this is what the officials had assured.
So, Dilip, basically, if the elephant is going to attack my home and I'm in danger, I'm using this app. This app is not going to save me.
Yeah.
It's just
See,
basically
actually,
informing the forest officials that this is what is happening. I need help. Do something, send somebody over here, but it's not going to save me.
yes. basically, the elephant may be coming from a particular area. So from that area onwards, people will be living in the forest fringes areas. There are lot of hamlets or
Hmm.
houses in the forest fringe areas there. So once an elephant enters into a human habitat, these people living in that particular area could alert the officials regarding that. Actually, the local people will also be doing something to scare this elephant off. There are so many methods being
Yeah,
used,
blow
traditional as
crackers,
well as.
yes.
Yes, yes. So, so many methods were being used by the people there. So, at the same time, they can alert the officials also to tranquilize the elephant or use any other methods to scare this elephant off from that particular area. So, intervention is the key. That is, early intervention is the key. So, that's what this app assures to do.
Okay, so along with this app, just correct me if I'm wrong or right over here. So along with this app, your solar fences, your trenches, your barricades, that will all still be there, right? This app is just an added technological advantage now that people and forest officials will be able to use.
Yes, it will be used alongside with the existing mechanism to address this human wild animal conflict.
Okay. Now, you also wrote another story. Now, this was one of your story, but another story that you focused on and want to talk about is the Kerala Forest Amendment Bill, which has become extremely contentious over there. Why is
Yes.
it contentious when ultimately your government is actually trying to give some sort of authority to forest officials who have never had that before to save your own forests? We've seen what happened in Wayanad. Why do
Yes.
people not understand that?
Yes. So this Kerala Forest Amendment Bill 2024, that's the contentious bill here in the state. So against this bill, there is protests are intensifying. That is within the ruling front also, that is the left democratic front. So within the ruling faction also, the protest is growing against it. So basically, what the protesters are saying is that this bill itself is anti-farmer and anti-people. So it gives the forest officials much uh, power to exercise against the people, against the farmers living in the forest fringe areas. So there is some, I think, the bill as proposes expanding the application of this forest regulations to areas outside reserved forests, including in inhabited farmlands. So that's the major issue related to this bill. So activists are saying that this could lead to the criminalization of routine activities such as fishing, collecting firewood, or bathing in rivers. Even bathing in rivers could be criminalized. And also hefty penalty could be imposed by the forest officials.
But Dilip, these activists who are complaining against the Forest Amendment Bill have no issue with politicians encroaching upon forests, with politicians' vote bank encroaching about forests, with politicians' sidekicks or whoever they are entering forests and partying over there, with destroying forest land, with cutting down, chopping down trees to build their farmhouses or estates. I mean, these activists have no issue with them, but forest officials getting some power to save their own forests. Everyone has an issue.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a different aspect of
Mhm.
that issue. Anyway, so many forest areas as well as some this ecologically sensitive areas were being encroached by uh, business people, the politicians, and uh, there is no boundary to that. Everyone is encroaching. Even the common people is also encroaching this ecologically sensitive areas. So that's an issue. But at the same time, we have to look at this contentious bill also, because though there are some concerns related, as you mentioned, though it's the particular aim, the very aim of this bill is to protect the forest. Though it's there, the reality is there. We have to look into the other side also, because sometimes the officials could misuse this to torture people or to push them against a wall, because they could charge false cases against them. So there is some nexus between the forest officials, the politicians, and business people will be there. So if any person is acting as a whistleblower, could charge under these provisions of the bill. So there is also some aspects to that also.
But Dilip, there will always be checks and balances because whenever any bill is made into law, there are checks and balances for that, and it can be misused. Don't our leaders and politicians misuse many a times the laws that we have already? Police misuse laws, bureaucrats misuse laws, IS officers, IPS officers. So why is this suddenly that the forest officials will misuse laws? Where is this coming from?
So, yeah, here it is. That's you put it right. The hue and cry is majorly coming from the farmer community because there are a lot of farmers living in the forest fringe areas in the state. So a hue and cry is coming from them. The religious organizations had kept alliance with them. The political parties also joined them. Because what we have to see is that within the ruling faction, there is Kerala Congress M. So it's basically in Kottayam district. So they had came out against this bill. So we have to look why they are protesting against this because their vote bank lies in the farmers living in this forest fringe area. So that's why they are protesting against this bill. So yes, only a skeletal format is there. The bill says so and so. That's in the public platform. So when it becomes an act, there will be so many discussions going on, so many additions, so many omissions will be there at the provisions. So wide range of discussions will be there.
Dilip, I'm actually thinking this Wildwatch app that, a lot of it's good that technology is being used, they want to implement technology to sort of keep both animals as well as humans safe. But if we actually go to the root of the issue, then all these things will not be necessary if we stop encroaching. If we stop destroying our forests, animals, elephants are smart. They won't come into our land if we don't go into their land. So don't you suppose that we wouldn't need all these things? I know it's an utopian idea, but we wouldn't
Yes,
need
yes.
these things if forest officials get some power in their hands to take strict action to save your forests, why not? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, actually, I was also trying to say that it may be an utopian concept to say that. Yes,
But there is a possibility. Everything is possible.
yes, everything is possible, but we have to check the ground reality also because Kerala is a state which is facing space constraints. There are a lot of people being live in the forest fringe areas. So if they are being displaced in the yes, we have to conserve the nature. That should be our uh, prime responsibility for that. But if we are displacing these people, so where they are going to live, they will have to be provided with some options, the correct mechanism will be there to address their needs and necessities. So also we have to consider this aspect that animal population is also increasing within the forest. So when there is no food and water available inside the forest, they will encroach upon the human areas also. So we have to consider these two aspects. A wide range of discussion will have to be there. How this can be solved amicably. So that's what we all are waiting for.
Perfect. Are you planning to also do more stories regarding this? Especially
Yes,
the technology that is being used. In your article that I was reading, there's this hackathon which is going on. So it's not just the Wildwatch app. There are more such technological aspects that the Kerala government is looking into, right, to solve this issue.
yes, a hackathon has been launched by the Kerala Forest Department with the help of the Kerala Startup Mission. So it's a first of its kind initiative in the country also because what they are saying is that the traditional methods are not coming out to be effective because so many human wild animal conflicts incidents are being reported across the state. So yes, you will have to turn to the technology, how effectively it can be addressed. At the end of the day, human lives matter. So yes, the state is turning to technology for some effective measures, and yes, I will be doing more stories regarding that.
At the end of the day, not just human lives matter, but also animal lives matter.
Yes, 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 sure, sure.
All right. Thanks. Thank you, Dilip. waiting to read more such stories, and hopefully the government brings in some sort of laws that are strict, that will empower your forest officials to safeguard your own forest, and we don't have another Wayanad sort of situation.
Yeah,
Eco-sensitive zones, the Madhav Gadgil report has very clearly stated it. The Kasturi Rangan report has also very clearly stated it. But let's see what happens. But thank you very much.
thank you. Thank you.